Look at where we're at. It's a pond right there, or like a lake right behind me, and on the other side of that lake it's like a really big field. Yeah, like there's like a really big park in London, and I just come here to like de-stress, to like walk around in nature and stuff, right? Like really control my anger, and that links to the topic of the video, where it's really valuable. Damn, it's really valuable to control your anger, control your stress, and control how you deal with your emotions that like really fire you up, really like make you act all recklessly. And you do that for the sake of Allah. You should do that for the sake of Allah. Look at the ducks, man. They're over there. Not sure if you can see them like that, but yeah. You should really control your anger for the sake of Allah, because anger is what makes us do all of these impulsive actions. They make us follow our whims and desires, and they like really create harmful consequences, like almost irreversible oftentimes, and no good ever comes from anger. And as Muslims, when we take someone like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as an example, as we should, because we're Muslims, we should take him as an example. He's the best of creation. We know he's the best of creation. He's the best Muslim, and he's the best of creation, and he's the best example for us humans, for us Muslims. And every characteristic of him, every part of his sunnah, therefore, is specifically designed by Allah, specifically put there by Allah for us to follow, for us to reflect upon. And when it comes to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he did get angry, of course, but he wouldn't let that anger control him. He would never fire up in a fury of anger and like start punching people and stuff like that. Like, there are very awful things people do when they're angry, very awful. And the Prophet was never one of those things, any of those things. And it's a very emphasized fact that he was a very controlled man, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He never let others or people make him angry to the point that he can't control himself, he can't control his actions. And to me, that's a very valuable thing to follow and to emulate. And also, of course, like every part of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we should emulate and we should follow as Muslims. And therefore, putting his controlling of anger to such a high regard means that we should do that as well. We should learn to control our emotions and our anger and our frustrations. And something as simple as going to a morning nature walk, or not necessarily morning, but like going to a nature walk, something simple as that, looking at like the ducks in the pond and stuff like that, that controls our anger and controls our stress and like really regulates our emotions. And I feel like it's extremely important as Muslims to really focus on doing that, really put a high value and importance on controlling our anger, because ultimately this is what helps us emulate the Prophet and follow his sunnah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that's why I really encourage all of you guys to really take time into controlling your anger and regulating your emotions and de-stressing, because that's really important for not just the Muslim and his practices, but for a human being, period. But anyways, having said that, bro, I have an online private school community. It's $10 a month for the first person that joins, and it's a place catered to young Muslim men that are trying to navigate through the modern world, they're trying to hold on to their religious beliefs. And I really think this is a valuable online community, so I really think you should join. And it's a place where we'll have brotherhood and community, and we'll teach each other things and valuable skills. And there'll be group calls, one-to-one calls, especially because like it's not so big right now. There'll be one-to-one calls, group calls, courses. We could collaborate with other people to make courses and teach the young men valuable skills, because as an ummah, we need to join together and we need to become stronger. But anyways, please join it. It's going to be linked in the description and also link in the bio, in the channel bio. But yeah, it's $10 a month for the first person that joins, and it only goes up from there. So yeah,